start us off. Pads back on. How good is it to feel to get some hitting in again?
It feels good to be playing some real football. OTA is obviously tough, not being able to do a lot of things with the regulations and stuff, but it feels good to have pads on out here. Everybody's running around having fun. Just obviously we got a lot to clean up at this point, so we're just going to keep doing that day by day.
There's been some talking points about this being a potential elite defense. Your thoughts? You want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, no doubt, but I mean, we can't just talk about it. We got to actually do it. So we're doing what we need to do in meetings, and we got to come out here and showcase on the field. So we got to keep getting better. We got to keep cleaning things up. I don't think we're at the standard of where we want to be right now yet, but that's what we're working for. To be an elite defense, you got to keep growing every single day.
Speaking of showcase on the field, see you on the edge. Is that added to your game? You edge rush it a little bit?
Absolutely, it's been fun. I mean, just taking pride in growing my game and being able to be dynamic and just be a ball player, really. Because, I mean, wherever you can play guys and they can be successful, I mean, it's going to be good for the team.
Do you ever rush like that anywhere else in your career?
Not really.
It's a nice smile.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, it just shows the versatility. They can you have Michael rush from the middle, you rush from the edge. Just kind of help disguise what y'all do on defense.
Absolutely. I'm going to let that comment speak for itself. But for me, no comment.
You've been on some pretty good football teams here. Where does this team, what you can tell so far in camp, where does this team stack up against some of the teams that you've been on so far?
I mean, being a third-year defense that's all together and we haven't lost any pieces, we've kept everybody together. We have the ability to do something really special because obviously us meshing together, our culture, the energy that we have growing, it's a brotherhood in that room. So, I mean, there should be a lot of good things going down this year.
What is Mozzie the big guy?
Good times and also some frustrating times defensively. Just how gratifying is it that this group is together for a third year and you see it building towards something you always kind of hoped or wanted it to be?
Oh, it's a great feeling, obviously, because, I mean, we've been growing, getting better, and just putting new things on film year after year. So us being under our third year now with DQ and just the things that we can accomplish and the goal that we have set in our minds, we're guns blazing. Our foot is on the gas pedal the whole way, so we're just continuing to try and keep growing.
As a linebacker, speak to what you've seen Damone Clark, the growth that he's had now going into his second year and a full off season?
Yeah, it's been awesome getting reps with Damone. Obviously, he didn't have a camp last year. He was working on the bands with Britt pretty much all the time, and now he's being able to get to all these training camp reps. So these are huge for him. I love seeing his development, and he's just on that steady climb up, and just telling him to keep it day by day. Just take things day by day. It doesn't matter if you had a good practice yesterday. It doesn't matter if you had a bad practice yesterday. It's being here now, be in the present, and take advantage of every rep that you are in at that moment.
As a linebacker, can you talk about the added beef up front with Mozzie and Jonathan and how that allows you to run to the football?
Absolutely. I love our group up front. I love our D-line room, the energy that they bring. Those big guys up front, I mean, those guys can play ball. They can get off the rock. They're quick. They're strong. They can hold up those blockers. Awesome for us to run around and make plays. So, I mean, we make a play. It's their play, too. So, you got to give credit to them.
Coach McCarthy was saying that you have to know everybody's job wearing the green dot. How long does it take?
It takes a little bit. I mean, knowing everybody's job, I take pride in knowing that, so I can know if we got to get something right on the field at the last second if somebody's lined up wrong or whatever in front of us. Because I mean, those guys are freaking locked in, ready to go get the quarterback or ready to get off on the run, and so being able to know exactly where they're supposed to line up at, the stunts, whatever it may be, the games, the rush patterns, blitz patterns, you got to be able to know all that to get it right. That's what's fun about being a linebacker, because you're commanding that whole defense.
And time in the film room, time at home, time everywhere.
Talking with guys.
All over.
Yeah.
Forming that relationship on the field, just seeing things, picking up on cheats here and there. It's watching film with them. If they have questions, going and answering them. Hey, just tell them, hey, if you felt, for us as linebackers, we can see or feel if a certain run was fit a certain way and it didn't feel right, we can go correct them and be hey, try and play it this way, or hey, stay in your gap, remind each other, hold each other accountable. So that's what we got going.
How about on the back end and knowing what the other guys behind you are supposed to do?
It trickles down. Obviously, if we all play fast, nobody's hesitating, it's a lot easier to fit off of somebody if they get out of their gap or whatnot. And that's what we take pride in, is being a fast defense, being just guns blazing, going for it, not being hesitant, going and taking your shot. And if you do that, the guys behind you, and you make that super decisive choice, it's easy for them to decide what to do. It's easy for them to play off of you. So that's what we take pride in.
Sean was that guy when you got here.
No doubt.
How much did that rub off on you and how you've tried to pick everything?
Yeah, really his intensity and focus and effort. Those three things, you can control every single bit of that. You don't have to have any talent to do that. So if you focus on growing in all those areas, in meetings, practice, whatever, walkthroughs, being the most intense you can be, being the most focused you can be, locked in, and your effort, the rest is going to take care of itself.
Thank you, Leighton.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.